All right, good evening, everyone. To this live session, we're going to wait just a couple of minutes here, take some good few deep breaths, and make sure we have indication that we sound okay and the picture is okay. And as soon as we know that, we are going to have an amazing light sharing session that it's going to be involving many amazing spiritual things, including angel healing through Archangel Michael and Raphael. So we're going to wait just a minute here to make sure the live is going. And if anyone can give us just an indicator that the sound is okay, because we want to make sure that things you hear tonight is something you resonate with and you hear it okay and everything goes smoothly. So if we can get a thumbs up, then we can start with the introduction. All right. So my name is Mike from the Facebook page, The Soul Guide, also known as The Soul Guide. And with me, a dear soul, an angelic originated soul, Fiona from Guarded by the Angels Facebook page, the very popular Facebook page, to say the least. And she's here to be a part of this session where she's going to be doing a special healing session with you guys that she's going to speak about shortly. I'm going to tell you about an experience that I had today at my aunt's funeral. And it's very important to get into this aspect too, how I could feel angels all around me. And instead of an event that's supposed to be very sad and depressing and we're all mourning and all that stuff, I could find enlightenment, especially in these moments. And the energies in the air were just amazing. And in the end of that session, which will happen in its own divine timing, we're going to open it up for some questions. Everything spiritual, everything metaphysical, not necessarily what you heard about tonight. So, yeah, we're going to start with the Fiona. If you want to, good evening to you first. If you want to just please tell the people who are listening to us what type of healing they're going to have today with you.
Yeah, I'm a healer reader. I'm also a medium, so connect to spirit. But tonight we're going to. I actually work with the angels and the saints and my healing, so it's all divine healing. Um, so tonight we're going to be grounding first. We're going to be protecting. So important to ground yourself on a daily basis. The natural most form of grounding, go out barefoot in nature, but this type of the time of the year, it's very cold, so obviously that won't really be happening. But I'll talk you through how to ground yourselves. And then I'll be going through the protection with Archangel Michael. I'll be bringing in Archangel Raphael as well. And then I'll be going through and I'll be doing the divine healing at the end of it. And then we'll be talking about the experiences and stuff from that. And then we're gonna open up for a question and answer. So any questions you want answered, ask away. So whenever you want me to start, Mike, I can start. We have about 8 on at the moment. So
Absolutely. I'm going to start by giving you a little bit of my introduction to the subject of angels and archangels and how angels are the spiritual mechanism behind all creation, behind the balance in creation, behind the universe that providing us the environment to grow as souls, and of course as our guides and protectors. This is where the archangels come into place. There are certain type of angels who are ultimately directly involved with human beings, and these are the archangels, and they're powerful, and the way to manifest their presence is deep, is real. And I'm telling you, especially with Archangel Michael, I have such a deep relationship with him, just like anyone, any soul on earth can have. And it's amazing. And even in my book, The Way of the Soul Guide, I wrote two chapters about the angels, and one of them was how to manifest Archangel Michael into your life. And once you manifest, and I don't want to take anything from what Fiona is going to do with you, but I'm just going to tell you that it's one of the most exciting, blissful feelings you can have while living in this body is to be around these angels, is to manifest them, is to be, remember, Fiona, we spoke before, is to be on the same frequency of these
Yeah.
angels. That's what it's all about. You know, there is a path, there's a veil, there's a thin veil between this universe where we at right now. There's another spiritual universe that is parallel, just like a mirror effect. Like you look down at a puddle and you see yourself just in a darker shade. So the same thing goes into this world. It's not the afterlife. These are not higher realms, but it's a parallel realms. And that realm is where the angels travel in and out from, taking our prayers, our blessings, giving us messages, meeting us halfway through in our dreams. That's how we manifest. Okay, so because you can't be a pure soul and still be living in this physical body. However, there is in between where you connect, where you align your body with your soul. That means you being aligned with this other dimension, which is where we go exactly after we pass from this physical body. And I'm speaking from my personal experience. And somebody, if you don't know me and my story, I had a walking experience, a near death, if you would, an out of body experience, but I came back completely different. But I was able to be in a dimension that it's not quite the afterlife. I wasn't, gone forever, but it was a realm that really resembled this world, however, it was spiritual, and I was the only one present. But I was guarded and guided by angels. The only other present you feel is their present, and it's almost like it's a different frequency, but yet it's the same frequency. Where I felt even more sacred as a soul than them. It was almost like they're working for me. And that's exactly what they do. Spiritually speaking, it's all for us. Everything in the world, all the angelic world, because if you think about it, angels, just like animals who are also come from an angelic source, their souls, people keep asking me about, what about my pet? Do they have a soul like us? Do they go to the same heaven we go to? Well, pets, just like pets and vegetation and trees and all that stuff, um, that's originated by angelic souls. Angels possess them and make sure they move and keep everything going and keep the creation perfect for us. They're like quote unquote stage workers. However, they don't have any ego. They don't have any hate. They don't have any jealousy. They don't have any bitterness or hopelessness. They follow their path. They follow their role. They follow their instinct. So not having ego meaning they simply have the will and need to give over the need to receive anything in return from us. The tree doesn't need anything from us, but it gives us oxygen and it gives us shadow and it gives us anything we need, right? But the same for the animals. They don't need anything from us back in order to keep everything going. It's only us who keep needing and needing and needing, and to get over that ego part is to connect with the angels and learn what it's like to have unconditional love and especially unconditional giving. So with that introduction being said, I really wanted Fiona to start working on this healing, and I'm excited about it too, because if I understand it right, it's really getting you guys to the point when you feel that frequency, when you align with that frequency, and from that on, your soul will do the rest. So,
Right, everybody. I don't know if you used to watch my lives on the page, was so going to be a similar format to that, the Guided by the Angels page. So I want you to actually just relax, and I want you to put your feet flat on the floor if at all possible. If not, just lie down. Try to eliminate any distractions to get the most out of the healing. So also, if you want to close your eyes, I prefer personally myself to close my eyes whenever I'm doing healing, but that's entirely up to yourselves. I find that you get a better experience because you're sort of not distracted by anything. So basically what we're going to do first is I'm going to be talking. So in your inner mind, you can either repeat after me in your inner mind or say it out loud to yourselves. So I'm going to start here first. And so we're going to ask Archangel Raphael to step into our auras. And our auras are energy field around us. So I want everybody to ask Archangel Raphael to step into your aura.
Step into my own.
And ask Raphael to fill your body full of green healing light. So I want you to imagine your body being filled full of green healing light. So your head's going to be filled full of green healing light. Your torso is filling up with green healing light. Your arms are filling up with green healing light. Your legs are filling up with green healing light. And your feet filling up with green healing light. I want you now to ask Archangel Michael, who's the protector, to step into your aura. And I want you to ask him to surround you in his blue cloak of protection. And you can imagine a blue cloak wrapping around you, or you can imagine a bubble of protection going right around you and you stepping into the blue bubble. You can also, which I do, is imagine stepping into a blue suit. So put your right leg in, put your left leg in, zip the suit up, put your right arm in, put your left arm in, zip the suit right up over your head. You're now fully protected with Archangel Michael. And I want you to visualize cords that are being cut to any fears, any anxieties, any worries, any stress, anything that's bothering you at all. I want you to visualize those cords being cut. And I want you to visualize a purple flame. And all your fears and all your anxieties and all your worries are all gone into the purple flame. So I want you to sit in that energy for a moment and just relax. Now I want you to imagine 2 red threads coming from the base of your spine down through your legs into your feet. This is where we're going to ground to Mother Earth. And I want you to imagine the red threads coming out through your feet, down through the layers of the earth. Keep going down, down, down through the layers of the earth, as deep as you possibly can go. And I want you to anchor those threads around the earth's core. And you might meet someone, your loved ones from spirit, when you're anchoring the threads. And I want you to tie the threads around the earth's core. And I want you now to imagine golden threads coming round the other direction and going back up through the layers of the earth. Keep going back up through the layers of the earth. Keep going back up through the layers of the earth until you reach the earth's surface. And I want you to imagine golden light coming in through your feet, up through your legs, all through your torso, down through your arms, up through your head, coming out of the top of your head and connecting with divine light. So I want you to sit in that energy for a moment. And we've just grounded and protected. We've asked Archangel Raphael in to surround us with his green healing light. Raphael's the healer. And we've asked Archangel Michael in to surround us with his blue cloak of protection. And Archangel Michael's the protector. So I want you to sit in that energy for a moment and comment how you felt, or if you've seen anything, or heard anything, or seen colours, or. But don't worry if you didn't see anything, because it just takes time, and some people sometimes just don't see anything, but they might feel something. So if you just want to leave your comments in the thread, and then we'll do the healing after that. So how did you get on, Mike, there?
Wow.
Were your
First of
eyes
all, I tell you, I got to a point, and this is what's important indication for people, even before the questions, to understand. How do you know you connect? Once Fiona's voice started to sound distant and echoing and very just like a sound, not even a speech anymore. And all of a sudden, I start feeling the tingling feeling around my body everywhere. So the thing that you were saying were actually manifesting themselves to feelings, to emotions, and the connection is so deep, and that's the beautiful way to one of the ways to know really you have a soul, and it's so powerful, and it can get into a point of stillness where you really can connect with this other dimension I was talking about. Because a lot of people need to understand it's not enough to just believe in angels or to think it's a cool concept or to tell yourself, let me try this angel thing out, maybe it will work, or let me go to this one workshop or watch this video. I heard that they have these angelical music frequencies. Let's just play those and then I'll meet my angels. And if I don't, then I don't believe in them anymore. It's not how it works. You have to meet your angels halfway. And the healing therapy you just witnessed that gave me personally goosebumps were exactly what's that. That's how you meet those angels halfway. You get into the frequency. It's like you're tuning a radio, and it's relaxing. And that's Fiona's soul journey, is to really guide people. That's why she's got her Facebook page, is to guide people into these moments, to translate you from being in this physical world, just got back from work or just got done making dinner and all that stuff, is to really translate it and get you aligned with the other side, with your real source, with your real essence. I personally had an amazing time, and I can read here that Melissa had an extremely relaxing time. We can actually go over and read some comments. Extremely relaxed, lots of purple, violet. Yes, again, my left foot fell stuck to the floor. Amazing. It's nice to see that people. Did you read that, Fiona? Here, it's on the screen.
Yeah. I have another phone here. I have another phone here, so I'm reading it another phone because I can't see anything in this.
Oh, okay. Yes, so it's wonderful to see that, and I felt something very similar. The colors, musical notes, emotions, all these things are the threads. These are the ways we can connect. The letters, numbers, people see numbers. There's many ways, many foundations that we have here that give us goosebumps. All these things that we can really just get emotional about. Some people get emotional about colors. Some people get emotional from artwork they see. Some people get emotional from music. And of course, people get emotional when they see number frequencies or wake up from a dream that spoke to them. So these are the small little holes that penetrate this world from the world of souls. And this is exactly what these healing therapies are for. And if you have something to add, Fiona, go right ahead. Let's see. We have a request here, a question. Carol asking, please heal me and protect me and my family. Let me tell you something, Carol, okay? And I think I can speak on behalf of Fiona on that as well. I think by you listening to this session, watching this session, just being here, you are gathering the energies for yourself to heal yourself. Eventually, what we're trying to say here, there's no more talented souls or better souls or more skillful souls that can heal others. No, some of us wake up earlier, some of us come here because this is our purpose. Some of us really come here to wake up others or to show that spiritual mirror in front of them and to wake some things up inside of them so they can wake themselves up. And the power of the manifestation of healing is just like that. You got to connect with Angel Raphael. You gotta manifest healing on your own. Doing it is exactly by what we are just talking about, is getting yourself involved in this, is asking these questions. But I think that the help and protection for your family, the best way you can do it is to do it yourself, because it will come from the purest of ways and will come with all the answers to all the questions, because you know your situation better. You can manifest it better than anybody else. People like us will only be here as guides. In Fiona's Facebook page is guided by the angels, and in my page is the soul guide, because we're simply trying to say we're here to guide you. We're not here to do it for you. We're not better than you. In most cases, most souls that I personally interact with are way more conscious than me, even if they don't know it yet, even if they don't act like that yet. So it's something really important to remember. We all have a purpose. It's a matter of when we wake up to that purpose. Do we wake up to that purpose? What choices we make? So I think that definitely you can heal yourself. And I wanted to hear your opinion, Fiona, about that as well. Since you are a healer yourself, what do you have? Any word of advice?
Yeah, everybody has the ability to heal. But again, it goes back to what we were talking about last week, Mike. Once you still your mind and introducing spiritual practices into your everyday life, like meditation, getting out in nature, just stilling your mind, focusing on the here and now, don't thinking too much into your past, don't thinking too much into your future, because all you're doing whenever, I don't know if you've ever heard the wee saying there, the past is history, tomorrow's mystery, today is a present, you know, because whenever you think in the past, you're creating anxiety and fear. Whenever you're thinking into the future, you're creating anxiety and fear and what ifs, if you're in the here and now, this is what it is. We're here for a reason. Everybody tuned in tonight is here for a reason. It's all like a collective energy, and you'll always find that people will be experiencing similar things. Do you know what I mean? I find that even on my lives. Also, anybody on here, you can watch us back as many times actually as you want. And believe it or not, an awful lot of people watch my healing lives, and they're always remarking, God, I felt this, felt that. Because as Mike said earlier, the voice carries, its energy in itself. Because what we speak and what we feel, we attract back to ourselves. It's all energy. We're energy having a human experience here. So we're all energy. And to answer that question again, like we are all healers. And once you elevate yourself enough to connect and bring in your angels and visualize your family and your friends and anybody that needs that healing in a green healing light, invite Archangel Raphael into their fields. When I say fields, I mean your auric field around them, and just visualize them filling up with green healing light, because an awful lot of people would come to me and say, I don't know how to do that. And when I actually talk them through and show them how to connect, they actually surprise themselves because they can actually do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's brilliant having that ability. And, now we're going to do, now we're actually going to do the actual healing. Even though we've started the process, we're actually, because I heal, don't know if you've ever heard Telepadre Peel, the saint, but I actually channel him and Our Lady, and I channel divine energies. So it's all coming from source. So we're going to start the healing. So I want you again to put your feet flat on the floor, and I want you to just still yourselves, no distractions, just close your eyes. And I'm not going to probably do as much talking through this one. I will start talking, and if I do get anything, I will be telling you what I'm getting. But I'm just going to start tuning in now and doing what I have to do, because I'm going to be doing a grip healing here. So obviously it's a collective energy. So I have to actually visualize you all within a healing bubble. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, and I must tell people before we start. I must tell people before we start, because some people joined us in their own divine timing. I don't like to say late or early. we don't speak physical terminology here. So people joined when they were supposed to join. However, if you want to watch the whole thing again, of course, when this is over, you can watch it from the beginning. This is the second part of the healing. It's going to be more telepathic, which is even more soulful, more of light, of essence. And trust me, I know what I'm talking about here with Fiona. So again, I apologize for interrupting you. I just wanted to let people know that they can watch it from the beginning when we are done.
Somebody just said, Mike, there took me forever to find you. It must be somebody on the on one of the pages. There must have been Shooting Star Connie. Said it took her ages to find us. But the good thing about it, Connie, you can actually watch it back. That's the brilliant thing about these here, because they stay up there, you know what I mean, which is fantastic. So I'll be sharing it on my page as well, you know. And in the groups, and Michael have it on his page, obviously, because that's where the live is taking place. So we're going to start now, and I'm going to close my eyes here when I'm doing this here. So I want you all to relax and still your minds and put your feet flat on the floor. And I'm going to be connecting to your energy. And I might do a wee bit of talking. And if I get anything in or any guidance, I'll. You still there, Mike? Yeah.
I'm still here. Yeah, I'm still
All
here.
right.
I'm trying to
That's
I'm trying to put you in the center so you can do the guiding. So I'm playing around with that. If I'm
perfect.
unsuccessful, continue to do your thing. I'm trying to center you, but I don't know how to use computers. My wife who does all that
Oh,
stuff. But
don't
go
be
ahead.
worrying. I'll be grand.
Okay. All right.
I'm
I'm
going to
here.
start now. So everybody just sit and relax and enjoy, and try to eliminate distractions, because to get the benefit of the healing, just sit with your feet flat on the floor or lie down, whatever way you feel comfortable. So we're going to start now. I'm going to be inviting Archangel Michael again back into each and one of your auras to protect you. And now I'm going to invite Archangel Raphael back in. And your bodies are being filled with green healing light. Just connecting you all to source light. And I'm filling your bodies full of divine healing light. Pure white light from the divine. is suddenly a path will appear in front of you, and I want you to walk down that path. And the path is going through a forest. And don't worry if you don't see anything or hear anything or feel anything. Just enjoy the experience. And just walk down through the path, and you'll see a bench. And there's a river, and the bench is at the edge of the river. And there'll be somebody there to meet you. It could be an archangel, it could be one of your guides, or it could be someone from spirit. It'll be unique to every individual on here. And I want you to have a conversation with that person. And any worries or concerns, you start to feel peace, start to feel calm, and start to feel relaxed. So I want you to sit in that energy for a few moments. And I want you to say your goodbyes to the person on the bench. And I want you to make your way back down the path. You're going down through the path, down through the forest again, and you're coming out into a meadow. And the meadow's so beautiful and bright. And the skies are so blue, and the grass is so green. There's trees and butterflies, and you can hear the birds. And you're feeling so light and so calm and so relaxed. And now if you want to start wiggling your toes, you can open your eyes. And you can comment on your experiences in the chat. That's it, Mike. So how did you get on there?
Wow. It took me in and out of visions. Like, especially when I was walking the path and saying goodbye to a person on the bench. Then on the way back, I was feeling like going in and out of visions. Like the feeling like you're in class back in the day when we were in classroom and we were falling asleep to a very boring class. Like we were really dozing off. So I was like in and out of visions going in there. And the stillness and peace, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. To me, that's everybody should get a different meaning from, of course, from going through these healing therapies, and it's not easy to do it online like that when the internet sometimes is choppy. But at the same time, it doesn't matter because once Fiona, once you gave the direction, once your voice was heard, it's like it doesn't matter if things were choppy here and there because of the connection. Like our connection was good. We were on the maximum speed as far as connection. And guys, yeah, we have a lot of people commenting here. That let's see some of that, and then we're gonna have people ask some questions. And like I said, the questions can be anything spiritual, anything metaphysical. My answers will be based on my experience, my spiritual knowledge. Reincarnated spirit guide, pretty much an old soul, nothing special, but I know a lot of secrets of the universe. So that's just what it is with me. And with Fiona, you just witnessed yourself what she does. So any kind of questions that are relevant, please prepare them. A lot of the time, people need to go somewhere and pay somebody to just get some spiritual knowledge that should be accessible to all and for free. And we want to just put those spiritual mirrors in front of you and show you how knowledgeable you are, how enlightened you already are. And that's so yeah, let's go through some comments of how their healing therapy was. So let's see. Okay, so one is very chilling and beautiful. Pat Wilson saying it was very chilling, beautiful. We thank you for that, and I think the same. Look, Nadine said, and it's something that was similar to mine, had visions, flashes of light. Okay, what does that mean, guys? You know, let me tell you what that means. What I had and what you had, it simply means that you were able to take your soul outside your body, where you were traveling between these dimensions I told you about. So you were getting into the frequency. You were relaxed enough. You were using your emotions. It's deeper than imagination, at least based on my experience. So you're using your emotions to connect, and you had visions flashing. You saw your own light. The flashes of light were your own light, your own soul. That's how you look like as a soul. If you'd see yourself in the mirror made out of souls, you see yourself as light, not as a body. But wow, let's
Mike,
see here.
you're talking about that, something sprung to mind there whenever you're on about I can actually see energy, you know.
Wow.
I can see energy, see especially if I'm in a dark room. Now, I'll tell you a story and you'll probably laugh. But me and my partner can see each other as energy.
It's amazing. Yeah, I can say the same.
And
I tell
change
people I see the
forms,
whole light.
forms as well, Mike. It actually changes forms. We've seen each other as different people, as women, as men, as you know, and it just changes form. And
It's
especially
consciousness.
was as dimly lit, you know. And even last night, in my bedroom, it was really, really funny because the wee boy was down to his dad's, and he is very, very spiritual, the wee 11-year-old. And he said to me this morning, I felt an awful lot of energy in the room last night, and I can see the energy. And I was putting up my hands like this in your hands. I don't know if you've ever done that, or anybody on here will probably think I'm not wise, but you put your hands up and your hands nearly disappear into the energy, or your fingers get longer. But
Wow.
this happened to me last night, and funny, he said to me this morning, he goes, Mummy, I felt somebody was touching my back last night. Do you know what I mean? He's very, very connected, you know. To never be fearful of anybody on here, it's beautiful. I'm not scared of any of that stuff at all. And no one
It's consciousness.
yeah.
These talents are consciousness. When people talk about what is that consciousness thing, consciousness is knowledge, but it's knowledge of your soul. It's the metaphysical knowledge about yourself, your origin, your abilities. When you have consciousness, you can see miracles. You also have abilities. You see life from a soul perspective that's having a body experience. That's simply what consciousness means. And with consciousness, I call it come benefits. And the benefits are these abilities. Look, for example, and we'll get to your comment, Brenda, in just a second here. It's on the screen. But for example, today I lost my aunt, my beloved aunt. I lost her. She went unexpectedly in the hospital. It was her time. I know that, but to her loved ones, it wasn't supposed to be her time, and that was a sudden loss. And especially after she defeated cancer, and then so something like a small little virus got her to be intubated and fighting for her life, and then today she passed away. Usually, how do I know I spiritually awaken? How do I know that I've gained consciousness? You know, every funeral prior to that, I used to really just be lost and crying and sad and angry. and not understanding what's going on. And all of a sudden I go to this one and it's my aunt and everybody's around me. It's just like not understanding what's going on. And I go there and I'm just like, and I'm trying to enlighten people. I'm not even mourning. I'm not even sad. I understand. I'm like, I see you. You're a soul. You're everywhere. You're in everyone's hearts. You're not gone. You're not lost. We are the lost ones. We are the lost ones trapped in this physical body. Like you are everywhere. You no longer have questions. You no longer encounter evil. You no longer encounter challenges, trials. You no longer encounter doubts or lack of faith or any physical pain or anything that's limiting you. You're everywhere and everything. And I saw that and I kind of witnessed that. And I saw some other people and I learned about myself and I'm in a war zone right now, as you know. So there's like fighter just flying and explosions heard and here I am in a cemetery and they're taking my aunt down the grave and I'm supposed to be all about just panicking, right? And completely, I mean, that's old me. That's somebody who's not awakened. And I found calm. I found light in all this darkness. I found insights. I found encouragement. I found, and it was amazing. To me, it was like, you can really get enlightenment in those moments of trials and challenges, and you get the most enlightened then. These are the lessons that once you learn them as you go and understand them and respond, you can manifest all these healings, all these feelings. You live them. You just live these sessions constantly. You constantly manifesting, and how some people here during your beautiful session were able to feel what they feel. The goal is that they feel it whenever they want to, whenever they need to, or always, all the time. That's the main goal, is to be there completely and to tap into your physical body and not just to tap into your soul. So that's one of them here. Met my late husband and he gave me amethyst. Is that how you say it?
Yeah. It's not beautiful. It's not
Wow.
absolutely beautiful. Even on the live last week, there was an awful lot of people had met their loved from spirits. That is beautiful.
That is beautiful. It's another proof that you go outside your body, you get into that realm, you get into the other side of consciousness. The goosebump in your feelings, the butterflies are not just a physical or a cool thing. You really can tap into that and go to a different area of consciousness. Use your emotions, practice that. And I'm telling you, though some people like Fiona were sent to this world to do that and to guide. And of course, after what happened to me in my accident, I try to help whoever is supposed to have my help. But everybody is capable. And I think that me and Fiona agree on that. Like, you're capable. You have it in you to be a healer yourself.
It's a matter of elevating your energy. Melissa says, so beautiful. I felt so much present, peace and gratitude. I could hear birds and so many butterflies. I need my glasses on. Butterflies, dandelions. I was walking, could feel and see myself in my mind's eye. So you're having happy right now. She was having sort of like an out of body. As they'd say, she was really in the zone there, really, wasn't she, Melissa? When she could see herself,
Wow.
And birds are very, very, very much around you, Melissa. Anyway, I was saying that to you before.
Birds and butterflies.
That's
amazing. Angelic, yeah.
But Melissa's very, very connected. Like the birds are very, very connected. Melissa will see a lot of. She usually comes on to the lives. And the dandelions as well, Melissa. They're always one that you always see as well, isn't it? But I was going to say, what was the last lady there that you met, Brenda? I was going to say, Brenda, your husband's very, very much around you. They're just in a different form now. They're just like it's like.
Let's see here with Brenda.
Yeah, Brenda. I feel he's very, very much around you. And
you're going in and out.
Energy. You may start getting emotional. Sorry.
No, you're going in and out the connection, and I want people to be able to hear you.
Oh, sorry.
No, at least for no, that's okay. That's
Sorry.
okay. So if I say that, just go ahead
Don't know why
and
that is. Yeah, I need to get this sorted. But no, Brenda, I just feel that he's very, very much around you, and I just feel that he's given you a hug. You know, so you might feel energy around your chest area. You know, like a wee bit of warmth, or tingling, or coolness. Like a lot, everybody experiences energy different. You know, no two people are going to be the same. Some people will get tingles, some people will get heat, some people will get coolness, some people will get calmness, some people
and
will
here's
get
another one here. And Nadine, look what she said. She got pain
yeah,
inside of my head, shooting pain and shoulder pain
yeah,
after that. They're trying
yeah,
to tell me about my health. Thank you.
yeah.
Yeah,
Is
I
that
mean,
trying to tell?
you.
No, Nadine said, is that trying to tell me about my health? Nadine, I wouldn't really, worry too much about that there. I'm not picking up anything bad at all. It's just everybody experiences. I feel you're very, very sensitive to energies, and you're very highly sensitive. So it is important for you to protect and ground, and you know, um, invite Archangel Raphael on a daily basis, invite Archangel Michael on a daily basis, and do a lot of meditation and still your mind, because you're very sensitive to other people's energies as well, I feel. Because if you go into a room, you'll pick up on their energies. So that's why it's so important for you to protect your own energy field, and just that shitting. Because my wee boy at 11, like he would get he would get that type of thing, the headaches and things like that as well. And it's all to do with having your energy balanced. You know, I don't know, Mike, what your understanding is on that there, but
Let's see here.
do you hear me? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Oh,
We have
sorry.
a question here from Pat Wilson. How do you heal negative energy thoughts directed at you from someone?
Do you
You
know
want to
what you do?
answer that first?
You can go on ahead, yeah, Mike. Of my internet connection's not great.
Ah, okay. Well, you can go ahead first if you want. Doesn't matter. So, well, first of all, the fact that you're aware that you can, in fact, get negative energies from someone is right. It's true. We have the power to manifest, right? I told you we have the power to create with our words, with our thoughts, with our emotions. We always trying to make that a positive one. We always trying to pray for blessings in our lives. We always try to aim it towards the positive route. However, some people, whether they mean it or not, some people out of jealousy, and we know that in this world, I completely remove myself from that side of the world. But in the world of the physical, some people talk about other people or jealous about other people's stuff, or I don't know, a lot of problems going on. In their power is to manifest sometimes problems or challenges or trials to others. For a fact, that's what they call in quote unquote curses. Okay, it's just words ultimately, but it's words that are manifested with intention, either good enough or bad enough, to become spiritual, to manifest itself in a way that is spiritual. Just like we have good energies, we have the balance. I don't want to call them bad energies because nothing really about creation is meant to be bad or evil. However, there are balancing negative energies that are out there too. And what you need to do is, well, you can have control over some other people's actions. Okay, you can't take responsibility nor feel bad about their bad actions, just like you can't take credit over their good deeds. However, you can take actions and responsibility of how you react to that. Are you going to let these negative energies come to you, or are you going to stop them before they penetrate this physical world and manifest themselves? And the way to do it is exactly what this whole live session is about, is to connect to the angels, to the guardian angels, why we call them guardian angels. So they're there out there backstage guarding us even from other people who send us bad vibes or bad energies. It's not always our fault that sometimes we get challenged in life. Sometimes life challenging us. Sometimes we can be around just bad energies. I used to work as a correctional officer right before my car accident, right before my near death experience. and I was working in a maximum security prison. I was 14 hours every night and half of the day I spent absorbing just negative energies, the lowest vibrational frequencies that humanity can produce. And my soul was absorbing it, almost like giving birth to something, which it did following this car accident. So yes, there are energies out there, and all we have to do is just go with the positive, go with the good, go with what our soul craves for, and not let anybody, not let anything. Once you let things get to you, if you let it get to you, that means they were successful in their mission. Not only they sent those energies, but those energies hit the target. If you know that whatever people say about you, or I don't know the situation, I don't want to get personal in front of a lot of people if you don't want to, but in general, if you feel like people are doing something to harm you, it's a their responsibility or their action that they take, and there's nothing we can do about it. But what you can do is control how you receive that, energetically speaking, spiritually speaking. Okay, if you just take it like that, and with positive, with surrender, just like anything in life, any challenge in life, if it's not our fault, if we haven't done anything to deserve it, then take responsibility off you and just react with love, with surrender, with peace, with anything positive. Anything positive. These are your real life trials. And part of it is other people's energy. How do we react to them? We can get mad and send them bad vibes too, or we can block it and make sure we're not even entering this realm. So, anything you want to add, Fiona, about that?
Yeah, because you're absorbing. That's where it comes back to why I preach so much about the grounding and the protection. Do you know what I mean? Because that is so important on a daily basis. Because no matter where you go, like we're all energy within a human body, so we're all as empathic people, we're absorbing the energy. You know what I mean? So it's so important to protect yourself from that energy. And what I would suggest as well, Pat, is send love and light. Visualize them in a bubble of love and keep sending love and light, love and light. And another thing to do as well, and I know a lot of people find this hard to do, and I've been here and I've done it, is forgiveness. If somebody does a bad turn on you, as Mike says, is how you respond to that. If you let it manifest within your body, your body comes on at ease, you know. So the best way forward for that is to do letters of forgiveness. Don't send the letters, burn the letters, write down how the situation made you feel at the end of the letter, say, and so it is done, and burn the letter. Um, and watch back if to remember how to do this. But that's for you to release and surrender, as you were saying about the surrender thing, release and surrender it to the universe. And anything again coming back to law of attraction and about the manifestation, anything we say and we think, we attract back, because the universe doesn't know yes or no. It just hears us. So say for example, we're saying, I don't know if you've ever experienced getting up in the morning. I'm sure you have, and something just happens in the morning. You spill your coffee, or you hit your toe, or something happens, and you're like saying, "This is going to be one of these days." What happens that day? You usually end up meeting somebody maybe negative, or something else happens. Something, and it's a whole spiral of events that whole possible day, and that's you attracting that energy in, because you've started off with that energy. And if you do ever think a negative thought or say something negative, we're all human at the end of the day. So we will probably slip up and do it. I do it myself. Do you just say clear, cancel, delete? Those three words: clear, cancel, delete. Um, but I think that's it, Mike. That's all I have to say on that one, But it's just a matter of protecting yourself. And as you say, it's how you respond. It's not what happens to you, it's how you respond to what happens to you, you know. Because anytime that you're getting lessons, we're here to learn. Basically, that's what it is. We're here to learn, we're here to receive lessons, and we're here to be taught lessons. And if you keep getting something repeated to you, it's something you haven't learned from. And until you learn from it, you'll not get over that. It'll keep getting repeated to you in different. It's like somebody been in a relationship and been in difficult relationships and keep going back to a different person, maybe the same scenario, not somebody else, same scenario. And just given that scenario, and relationships can happen in any area of your life, but you'll keep getting that same scenario until you learn from it. And I would teach a lot of this, when I'm doing my readings, stuff like that as well. It comes up an awful lot. In that. So it's very important. The protection is very important, and just keep sending love and light. And about the response is very important, how you respond, and work with forgiveness. Forgiveness can be difficult, and I know it can be difficult. I've been there, had to do it, and I'm thankful to have the knowledge that I was able to know what to do. But it's very, very important to forgive and let go and release. So important. It's not your weight to carry. It isn't your weight to carry. And an awful lot of people are carrying a lot of weight throughout their lifetimes.
Yeah. If I may add something.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're breaking up again. If I may add something.
Sorry.
In the physical world, we have a term that we all know in English. It says mind your own business, right? In the spiritual world, I translate it to mind your own journey. A lot of the time we get completely stuck and we feel blocked in our own path to ascension because we worry too much about other people's action towards us, or what have they done to us, or what have they said to us. We just keep ourselves busy with other people's life choices that is not ours. And I'm telling us, focus on yourself and on your journey. If you're not directly involved, like if you go and hurt somebody and somebody, you emotionally hurt someone and somebody hurts you back, well, it's almost like it's something that it's a direct result of your actions. So go ahead and fix it. Go ahead and have forgiveness, work on all that stuff. But if you just feel like you go about your day and somebody's sending you bad vibes, because you said negative energy thoughts directed at you from someone, meaning somebody is not physically or actively doing something to you, but you tend to think, and your soul might know the truth. In fact, your soul knows the truth. If you feel like somebody's sending you these type of negative energy thoughts, and you know how to describe them, you call them energy thoughts, then that's what they are. And this is where the spiritual battle begins. This is where you need to know how to block it and mind your path. It's just another test. You are a test for him or her. They are a test for you. It's all just what we need to do here. We just have each other so we can test on each other. That's exactly what the collective consciousness is. But move on from it. But let's move to another question. Well, I can read a quick comment here. Somebody said, I'm working 26 years in a prison. I needed to hear this. Thank you. Well, so you know what I mean, because if you haven't been inside the walls, you don't know exactly. I mean, these amount of energies are relentless, but they teach you a lot as well. I saw a question here that I wanted to answer. Let me see here. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and give you 2 cents. Nadine's asking, any spirits around me? Do they want to tell me anything?
I feel I'm feeling like a grandparent energy or great grandparent energy around you, Nadine. And I do feel you're very, very spiritual. I'm just seeing a butterfly now. And I do believe new beginnings and transformation is coming your way. But I do feel Archangel Michael's very connected to you as well. And you might feel like something on your shoulders at the moment because it just feels around behind you. So you might feel a coolness. You could feel like a wee goosebumps or a wee tingling. It just depends what way you receive the energy. But I'm getting a big heart as well. I do feel as a grandfather, coming in there. And I'm getting like a big heart. I'm getting a heart, but I'm also getting a butterfly, but I'm getting like a big heart. So you might feel a bit of warmth. You can let me know if you feel any heat around your chest area. Nadine? So if Nadine, I don't know if Nadine's still on. There might be a time lag as well. Hope I didn't break up that time. But I do feel Nadine is very susceptible to energies, you know what I mean? She's very empathic and she does pick up on other people's energies. That's
Yeah.
my feeling, you know. And it's very important again for her to ground and protect and just coolness in the back of her arms. Yeah. It just depends. Everybody perceives energy differently. We all
Yeah.
do. I have a breeze. If you meet me in person, and a few people can verify this on here, have met me in person. If you meet me in person, I feel like a walking refrigerator. A walking refrigerator. But I have a breeze over me all the time. And especially when my energy is elevated, the breeze gets stronger and stronger. So if anybody comes up beside me and puts their hand up to me, they can feel the breeze over me. Or some people feel it as heat. You know, so mine's is the breeze.
Yeah.
Whereas other people, it can be goosebumps, it can be tingling, it can be heat, it can be calmness.
I feel the
You
heat
know,
in my
just
fingerprints. Yeah, I feel the heat there. My
yeah, yeah.
fingertips.
I have the breeze all over me, you know. And my daughters, I have a daughter very, very, well, the two girls are very, very spiritually connected, but one of my other girl, you know, who's got autism, she is very connected. A lot of children with special needs are very, very connected spiritually, you know, because the youngest wee boy's autism and he's very connected, but Shania, like, can channel and things. She doesn't do it, but she can do it. But they said to me, Mummy, it's the one from heaven. They heard that one day, you know, the breeze coming down is the one from heaven. But
Yeah.
and Nadine got big shivers in her body there as we were talking. It's all energy, you see. We're all, you know, here. We're all meant to be here. And
Exactly.
Mary's frozen lying on her bed. I'm so sorry for making people cold. I have a habit of
But
putting people to sleep and making them cold, you know. So
everybody gets that different feeling, like you said, because we all have different
yeah.
journeys. I wanted to add something before we move to Libby here about Nadine, or about just a question that a lot of people ask here, and it's they're repeating it, saying, "Do I have spirits around me?" The fact that you ask that question, meaning yes, you have spirits around you. You're seriously just asking what's going on, and you need that verification from somebody else. Like guys, and trust yourself. If your emotions, your intuition made you want to ask that, or if your loved ones or your guides, or you want to ask if something is around you and you can already describe it, that means your soul seeing that. So go with your soul, go with confidence, go with confidence. Don't ever, the people, I'm telling people, sometimes the biggest block is that you don't really believe your own journey. Like you believe you, but you're too scared to just go and react. Like we are people of actions, we're human beings, and a lot of it is about reactions. Now, Libby Butler second asking here, I'd love to hear about my soulmate status.
Soulmate what, sorry, Mick?
Status, the soulmate status. Where
Oh,
she
would
met
she
with
meet her
soulmate.
soulmate? Would she meet her soulmate? Is that what she's on about?
Well, it's just, I think she meaning she wants to know what's the status with her soulmate. So I understand that she has yet to meet the soulmate.
Yeah. Um, this is another topic that I cover sometimes on my lives and in readings as well. Um, to a lot of people go through life and they're actually not complete within themselves. So whenever they're entering, they're calling out for a relationship. Whenever they're entering a relationship, they're actually not complete. So they're finding somebody. They're trying to find somebody to complete them. Does that make sense? So they're trying to find that missing piece of the jigsaw to complete them. The idea is it Libby, is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Lib-
Um, I'm just getting a lot of emotional healing centered around the heart area. I feel, Libby, I feel you've been hurt before. And I know maybe we don't want to do this on this live because that's more for a personal reading, you know. But what I feel is there was a lot of healing that did take place. And I feel that there's still a bit to go there as far as the healing, as far as the completeness needs to go. Do you know what I mean? Because again, all part of your elevation and all part of you raising your vibration healing comes into that as well. Because we talked about this last week, Mike. To meet somebody or to meet your soulmate, you have to be complete within yourself, and you have to be ready to accept that energy, because again, we're all energy within a human body. And I would advise Libby to get some rose quartz, because I met my partner 4 years ago now, and I started wearing rose quartz on my wrist. You know what I mean? I'd been through an awful lot of healing and opened up my heart again and things like that, you know. But I started wearing rose quartz around my wrist, because that's all for the love and emotion, the rose quartz. So I advise you to get some rose quartz crystal. You can either wear it on your wrist, you can have a wee chain around your neck or whatever. But I do feel there's still a wee bit of healing. That's the feeling I'm getting. You can tell me if that resonates with you, because I'm getting a lot sort of emotional healing around the heart area. So you can let me know if that resonates, Libby. But that's more of a reading, if you know what I mean, Mike. It's sort of...
Yeah.
Hope I didn't break up there. Sorry.
No, you're fine. We could hear you. We could hear you. She's
Yeah.
I think she wrote something else here, Libby.
Yeah, but I do feel, Libby, you need to sort of, that's why I'm feeling emotional healing. It might be worth booking. It's up to yourself entirely. You can heal yourself. You can do this yourself. You can go and do meditations. You can get into guided meditations. Jason Stephen has some fantastic meditations up there on YouTube. I'm not sure if you've heard of him, but he is brilliant. Have you heard tell of him, Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fantastic. He's a lovely voice, very calming voice. I always recommend him to a lot of people now. Jason Stevenson, it's Stephenson. But there's also two guys called the Honest Brothers. Honest Brothers, because my accent might be hard to understand, but they're brilliant as well. And see, at night, some people say, oh, I can't meditate, I don't have time, whatever. There's days maybe I don't get a chance to meditate. But what I actually do, before I go to sleep at night, unless I fell asleep before that, I put on a guided meditation. Because your subconscious, even though you fall asleep, your subconscious is taking all that in. So even while you're sleeping, your subconscious mind is taking it in, you know.
Oh, I'm getting something as myself as well.
Libby, just reach out to me and I'll go through. It might be better discussing this in a one-to-one, I think, Mike. What do you think? Just reach out to me on the page, the Guided by the Angels page, you know. And get some rose quartz, yeah. There's a lady there, Doris was saying that whenever I'm quiet, I feel a breeze on me. And what I want to remark there too, Doris, I feel, again, you're connected, but it's a quiet mind hears the voice of the angels. So that's why it comes back to being still in the moment, you know. And the more you quieten your mind, and again, you can do that through meditation, or even just sitting and doing breathing exercises. Breathing exercises are brilliant as well. And there's some brilliant meditations on there, guided meditations again, that'll take you through all this here, you know, on YouTube. But it's getting the right voice as well. But again, Jason Stevenson, he's very, very good. But that's what I mean, Doris, there. Whenever you're quiet, you're saying you can feel the breeze. Because when we're busy in life and we're running here and running there and running whatever, how on earth are we going to feel all this stuff, you know what I mean? Because our logical minds are kicking in, you know. So that's why it comes down. We have to come down to this, come down to the starting point again and elevate ourselves and quiet our minds, meditate, and to just spirituality on a daily basis, connect with nature, do all them things. Even if you have crystals, you don't have to have crystals, but if you do, if you're into crystals, have the crystals around you. You know what I mean? Get into that wee sacred place. And even if you spend even 5 to 10 minutes a day, it's 5 to 10 minutes in the right direction. Do you know what I mean? And the more you do it, and the more you sit in your own power, the more you will connect. The more you start opening up and connect. Because everybody has the ability to be able to connect. Everybody has the ability, and that's what you were saying at the very beginning to me. Everybody has the ability. It's how you, how much time you put into it. It's like exercising a muscle in your body. Do you know what I mean? And it's like going to the gym and you're exercising. You know, it's how what time you spend on yourself. And it's so important to take time for you. I never used to take time for myself. And that was, a learning journey on myself, And I now make a time to meditate. I always meditate anyway before readings or meditate before things like us here. But I always take the time out to do my meditation, to do my connecting. And so that is so important, and you'll surprise yourself, honestly. It is amazing. It's an amazing feeling and amazing experience. I would overlook. Kathy Corner said, "Can you hear me okay, Mike?" Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. I feel spiritual energy around me frequently and get signs I would overlook if I wasn't tuned into their energy. Yeah, but again, that comes back to stilling your mind. Once you're in that zone of stilling your mind, because we're all energy having a human experience again, that all comes back to that there. We have a subconscious mind, we have a conscious mind. Our conscious mind is yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. If we can get into our subconscious mind and reprogram our subconscious mind, that's where we want to be. Because we're all born pure. We're all born creative. When we go to school, we learn logic. This takes away the creative side. We're all taught how to do logic, less creative stuff. And that's where, like, my background was logic, you know what I mean? And I had a sort of drift back into this here, the spiritual, even though when I was very, very young, as a young child, I was very much like my wee boy, now, like I'd have been very, very connected. But that's how it happens. Life can take over and life can suppress us, you know what I mean? And it's just all the things that happen around it. It's very, very easy to get distracted because my mind was one of the busiest minds. I was thinking about everything but what I was supposed to be thinking about. Mm-hmm. But, and it's all about stilling the mind. So I would advise anybody on here, start meditating, honestly. And if you don't see anything or don't hear anything or don't feel anything, don't worry, because practice makes perfect. Because when I started meditating first, I never seen anything, never heard anything. I was like, right, this is no good for me. This is not working. So just keep at it, keep persevering, because it will happen. Honestly, it will happen. No problem, Libby.
I wanted to say something about Libby, if you don't mind, because I could sense something about her too, and I want to say something. When I get this spiritual talent to really read what people say as if their soul was speaking. And when you say, Libby, I've been alone working on myself a very long time, and think about that as if your soul just said that. Your soul came out of your body and just wrote that for all of us to read. Because that's exactly what that is. When you talk about a soulmate, it comes from the same place as a soul journey, or it's a soul wisdom. It's all the things that you really like, your main core, what you're really connected to. So if you want a soulmate, you know that it has to be part of your soul journey, and that requires divine timing and patience. We can pray to meet our one and only since we hit puberty. But when we're going to meet the one that we're going to be, quote unquote, stuck with or have a family with or be the love of our life with, we don't know. We pray for it, but we wait for the divine timing. Same thing for when people want to plan pregnancy together. They can work on it. They can pray about it. They don't know exactly when it's going to happen. And of course, none of us know when we're going to depart from this physical consciousness. We can just hope it's going to be as late as possible and as painless as possible, pain-free. That's all we care about, that it's going to never happen, even though we all know that it's going to happen, and that we're not going to feel it happening. Which, instead of looking at that this way, we have to understand what we can benefit from it as long as we living, as long as we are souls. And you have to understand that divine timing is something that once you believe in it, it starts working, it starts manifesting itself. Your belief, your knowledge of your divine timing is the fuel behind that big giant Ferris wheel that spins, and you're going to find yourself in different directions in your life. And I tell people sometimes when the thing that you crave for, when it hasn't happened yet, it doesn't mean it's not meant to happen. It doesn't mean you're stuck. You're just waiting patiently. You're regrouping. You are recharging. You're like a cocoon that's going to turn into a butterfly. You are in just you're camping out. You're just camping. You're waiting, and it's okay to wait. Some people wait. We wait out a flu, a cold, some diseases. We just have to wait it out. In life, many things, even a broken heart. Nobody sets a timer and says, my heart's going to mend. My broken heart's going to mend in about 5 months, and I'm gonna feel. Who knows? It might be forever. It might take a month. That's the beautiful thing about divine timing, especially when we know that we want something with all our heart and soul. We do everything we can to pray for it. We do everything we can to manifest it, and it hasn't happened yet. Knowing that you did your part, just trust the timing and don't give up on your spiritual goals or aspirations or dreams ever.
And just let me introduce the spirituality in everyday life. And as I say, get that rose quartz. And as Mike said there, it is about divine timing. We can't force or we can't change, you know what I mean? We can't force the timing of anything. We be still in the moment and we let it happen when it's meant to happen. Because if we think too far into the future, we end up getting very anxious, very overwhelmed, very clouded, and then we start feeling. That's why I feel I was getting a lot of emotions around the heart, because I'm an emotional and physical healer, and I was getting a lot of emotions centered around the heart, like a sadness. Do you know is what I was feeling? So if you elevate yourself and express joy and gratitude, and elevate yourself and raise your vibration and come from a place. I'm not saying you're not coming from a place of love, that's not what I'm saying, but come from that place of love, pure love. You'll be elevated. Love is one of the highest vibrations. So and you will attract. You honestly will attract, and as Mike says, it will happen. It's not that it's not going to happen. It just means there's a few wee steps that you have to go through before it actually comes to fruition, But it will happen. I see it happening down the line. But it's just do them wee steps and keep believing. And faith is so important as well. You know what I mean? Because I think all of us, Mike, when we hear this divine timing, we're like, I've heard that so many times. But do you know what I mean? There is no time or space in the other realms, We've got our time and space here, but there is no time and space. When you ask them for times, there is no. It's just pure love, as you say, because you've had the experience of, afterlife, and you've had the experience of feeling pure love. And it's like the man the other day that was on your live as well. He had the very similar experience. What he experienced is what. I have sort of learned is what way it works, and he sort of confirmed it to me last week whenever he was going through about his soul path and his path that he took, and he was doing what they say, a life sort of review or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was an amazing live, that one. But that's what I mean, Libby. And if you want to, Libby just said there, I am and have been a strong empath. I'm now in my late 60s. I've been content just learning to be happy alone, so that if I met the right man, I'd be spiritually healthy. I think you might be on the other side already. I do feel there is somebody there, and I feel it's like a strong energy connection as well. But I do feel it's down to divine timing, and as I say, there's some steps that have to be taken. I was just reading out that Libby was saying.
I love it. Learn to be happy alone. I was about to say, when you mentioned something, also, people, you have to understand everything starts with unconditional happiness. Mm-hmm. Everything in life, the to open the portal to do even more complex things, sort of saying spiritually, starts with unconditional happiness. People want to work on good energies, but at the same time, they're afraid. People want to take 1 hour and have the most amazing spiritual vibes like we're doing tonight, right? but at the same time be angry for the rest of the day. Like, it doesn't work like that. You really have to try to disturb the balance to your favorite and share more light. Just have unconditional happiness. Starts from there. Be grateful on your good things and be grateful on even more on your challenging things, because you're being challenged. You're on someone's radar. And from there, start building foundations. Get rid of all the blocks. Get rid of all the negative things, because once you mix them with you trying to be spiritual and positive, what you're going to do, you're going to manifest confusion. A lot of people, there's such high inputs, there's such high souls, old souls, they have amazing consciousness, but they're stuck. It's because they bounce in and out between the journeys. Whenever they want to be spiritual, they get spiritual, and then something happens to them. Their boss at work, their boss was mad at them or whatnot, and they had a bad day, and they're depressed, or somebody left them, or somebody never called them back. And you have to understand, we need to, I'm not saying be a loners, but we need to really, what's meditation is to gather yourself within yourself only by yourself. I've never heard of meditation in couples. Maybe they do it together, but they all meditate in their own thoughts, with their own emotions, with their own energies. So once you know these energies are individually yours, you don't want to spiritually pollute them with anything else. You have to be unconditionally happy. From there, you plant a spiritual seed, which on top of you build a foundation. It goes like a tree, it branches out everywhere. Start with that, because unconditional happiness will lead to unconditional fear, will lead to unconditional love, will lead to unconditional acceptance, and will eventually manifest miracles in your lives. So, wow, I didn't even realize that we went even almost 30 minutes more than I even planned. And it's because it's so beautiful. And like I said, divine timing is everything. We're going to take maybe a couple more questions if people have them. Anything spiritual, feel free to ask. And if you don't, then I'm going to personally say that I had an absolute blast. I don't think I've ever had a live like that, when we had healing therapy. We're getting in and out of consciousness. We're getting in and out of our bodies, literally. We get to interact with people that share light with us. And by the way, some of you guys, by you listening, by you commenting, by you sharing your experience, your little goosebumps, everything you felt with us, you're inspiring everybody else. You're inspiring us. At least I can speak on my behalf, and I'm sure Fiona feels the same. And what we're doing technically is we're sharing light. And I wish that we can do many, many sessions like this and answer many, many questions you might have, and in all topics, because when we go spirituality, you can't just be an expert in one field, because if you think this world is wide and expanded, get to the infinity and see that there is no limit to what you can experience on the spirit. And the time to work on it and the opportunity to work on it is here in this world, trapped in this physical body. There's amazing things you can learn. This is why we're here. So if you have any words to add to summarize our life here, Fiona, we'd love to hear that.
Oh, delighted. But everybody that's here tonight is meant to be here. That's how it works. That's what I was saying before. It's all a collective energy. You always find that there, that all the energies do interact with one another. But I was going to say to Libby there, just reach out, Libby, on a one-to-one. If you can find me or find Mike, you'll find Mike on the Soul Guide, and you'll find me on the Guide of the Angels, and we'll help you out there. But what else was I going to say? I don't know.
Yeah, guys, Guided by the Angels. I want to make an experience, since we're close to the end of this live session. How much can I mess up? Most of the diamonds were already shared between us and our viewers. So I'm going to try to see if I can find, just give me 1 second here, because I want to show people your page, and you have a group as well. So it's a page and a group. So just give me 1 second, and I want to show people the page, and I want to see if that actually works. So here we are. This is, Can you guys see that? Can you give me a, because I cannot see the screen, but can you guys see the screen?
I can see it, Mike. Yeah.
Okay, so this is the page, right? And we also have a group. You also have a group, so same thing. This is the group, guys. So check it out. It's a huge Facebook group, just like it's a huge Facebook page. And you guys can,
Mike, I was
yeah.
going to point out there, make sure you don't get, there's somebody has set up a fake group and there's something like 5,500 following in the group and it's called Guided with Angels. They've actually took my text, they've took my photograph and everything, you know what I mean?
My
And
goodness.
they've owned it and I've tried to report it, but just in case, so make sure you get into the group that has the...
So the large one, the large
Yeah,
amount
large
of people.
one.
This is close to 200,000. It's 184,000.
Yeah.
And the other one as well, the page. So if you guys want to know, is 127. Like, so it's way over 100,000. So these are pages. So this is doing light working, ladies and gentlemen. From what I heard, kind of behind the scenes on this beautiful soul, this is not a business here. This is not a something that is done out of popularity and, oh, look at me, how many followers I have. This is years of work, years of really just sharing light with a lot of people. I'm sure that she's established many friendships out of these things, just like I did with my page, the Soul Guide. And it's our path, and it's amazing, and it's a journey, we're so happy to have people following. So yeah, this is the page. And other than that, I want to thank you, Fiona, so much for taking the time to be with us and your viewers and my viewers and all of us enlightened souls who really just want to take part in this beautiful journey of recognizing who we really are, our essence. And trust me, you don't need to go through a near-death experience. You don't need to be born a psychic or a medium to know that you are a soul, to manifest amazing miracles by you being a soul, to share lights, to spread kindness, and to help correcting the world who really needs correcting. So with that being said, I want to thank you all for watching and listening. Until the next time, we'll plan some more amazing things. I know I want to do another live where I can just sit back and enjoy Fiona's healing, because that really just opened up all my chakras and just completely got me into a trance for a minute there, which I forgot where I was. And by the way, guys, 2717, 17:7, I keep seeing those numbers when I can see the amount of viewers and comments and reaction. These are all angelical numbers, and it's amazing to see how much this conversation using the internet is doing on a spiritual level. To you, it might seem just like a Facebook live session, but I promise you that your soul has benefited so much from that it can ripple affect the rest of your life. And I'm not exaggerating by saying this. So really, last few words, Fiona, because I want you to end this beautiful live session for us.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna say goodbye.
Start as we mean to go on. And I just want to, if anybody wants to comment, because obviously we're going to see the comments after this. If anybody wants any subjects discussed, because we're going to be making quite a regular thing of this now, Mike, aren't we? We've been talking. So, and I hope you don't mind me calling you Mike, because I know it's Michael, but I know you call Mike as well. But, if any people or sort of need any questions answered or any subjects they want covered any week, we can do that there. We'll do our best anyway, We might not know all the answers, because a lot of us, like me and Mike, are talking from our own personal experiences as well. And I've had an awful lot of signs. I haven't had an afterlife experience, but I've had an awful lot of confirmations that I know there's angels, and I know. And obviously I communicate the spirit as well in my readings. But I just want to thank everybody for coming on. And I just hope that you all resonate with that. And you got some peace of mind. Because once you are in this sort of zone and you elevate yourself, you will feel a peace, mind, body and soul. And it doesn't matter what's going on around you, you actually will feel just so calm, and it's great to be in that sort of place and that peace of mind, and I think everybody sort of needs that. So I just want to thank you all, and thank you for having me again, Mike. and I hope I done it justice. So
It's been my absolute pleasure. Like I said, to us, it's the things in life that mean so much once you know what's behind it. And like I said, every person that was part of today's live broadcast was meant to be here. I don't just believe in synchronicities, I live them every day. I welcome them, I pray for them, I beg for them, I listen to them. Listen to the signs in your life, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate the signs in your life, go with them. Find those spiritual breadcrumbs on your way home. And trust me, you will feel heaven on earth, as they say. So thank you again for watching and listening. From me, the Soul Guide, Fiona, guarded by the angels. You can find us. You can watch it from the beginning if you missed it, and you can also share it. If you share it, what you do, it's not for our popularity, not at all. It's for you to be able to share light with somebody who might need to hear some of the things that were said tonight. So I'd appreciate if you do that. And again, thank you, and have a wonderful, beautiful day or night, depends whenever you are. Thank you.